Question for you. Which one of these sets of plants is older? There are multiple Christmas cacti in each one. Would you say these? Plants in both of these pots are the same age. The difference? These plants are root bound. If we were to remove the pot and expose the soil, you'll see the roots going around and around. They're stuck. These plants can't reach their full potential because they're root bound. I believe from time to time your team members may become root bound. They show up, they do their job day after day, but they're not getting stretched, they're not getting challenged, they don't have room to grow, and so they may look healthy, but they're not growing. What's causing those team members to be stuck? The same thing that these cacti are struggling with. First of all, the pot's too small. Maybe that team member's responsibilities haven't changed. Nothing is changed about their work environment to cause them to give them opportunity to stretch. Secondly, the soil's depleted. When this soil was first put in the pot, it was perfect. For that team member, maybe the skills and mindsets they had 3 years ago worked well, but the world is changing. The workplace is different and they haven't adapted. And third, as I said, the roots in this pot are just going around and around. That team member may be doing the same thing day after day, never changing their routines. The good news is that helping that team member grow is just like helping these plants to reach their full potential. First, you got to repot it. In other words, expand their responsibilities. Give them a new challenge, but give them something bigger than they're currently working on to help them grow. Secondly, give them some fresh soil. Maybe that's pairing them with a mentor or with a colleague who can help them grow in some way. Giving them that new challenge that causes them to think differently and maybe excites them in ways that their current work responsibilities don't. Third, remember that repotting is disruptive and you won't immediately see results. Whenever we repot these plants, they don't immediately take off because it's disruptive. And it takes a while for the roots to adapt, but then growth happens. If you're not seeing growth in that team member, even though you've repotted them, that doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It just means that it takes a little while for them to get used to this new opportunity before they can really flourish. This week, assess your team and see who you may have on your team who's healthy but not growing. And if you identify some of those people, maybe it's time to do some repotting so you can help them grow to their full potential. I'm keynote speaker and author Jones Loflin. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.